Hey guys, Jhonny La Salle, the painter man, on the scene again. And today we're going to be discussing a topic that we have talked about previously in another video. The topic is tape. Forgive me. Tape. And its purpose, and its uses, and also how to clean it once it bonds to a window that's been sitting there for 2 weeks now. Or the tape has been sitting on the window for 2 weeks and it's bonded. Masking tape has that effect. That is why you can't use masking tape for a lot of different uses. They're very specific for what you can use it for and for how long. Masking tape is a high-tack tape, has a lot of glue, and it is subjected to heat, and based on that heat it may cause that glue to sort of bond to the surface that has been taped to. In many cases, once you pull it off, you're going to be pulling the paint off. You don't want that. That's why in many cases, if you're painting, you use blue tape, but in some cases the blue tape is not as resistant to when paint gets behind it. So in that case, you can get frog tape by Surefine. I believe that's the name of the manufacturer. But it's called frog tape. It's green. That's why it's called frog tape. Frog tape has good adhesion. It sticks really good, and it prevents paint from seeping behind that tape. However, you can't put it on a surface that is dusty. You're gonna have to wipe that down, clean it with water or soap, allow it to dry so you have a good bonding surface for that tape to work effectively. Okay, so here we are. This is a window. I've been working at this house for a little while, and now I've returned. And the reason why I'm back is obviously this tape was left behind, so you see here. But what you probably cannot see is that there's still a residue. You see it? Where the tape was at, it's a residue. Okay, so what you need to do in this case, in my case, I left the tape too long, but it's not only that, it's the sun. This house has nothing here protecting this home from, there's no shelter from trees or anything, as you see. And not only that, we sit right in front of a lake. Okay, beautiful sight, but the elements are brutal here. I've lived here. I lived next door back in 1982. I'm sorry, 1998. So I'm getting a little mixed up with my years, but so this is what you do. You get yourself a window scraper, okay? Not only do I have a window scraper, I have a rag. Besides my rag, you need a solvent, okay? And that solvent is paint thinner. I have it in a bucket, a paint bucket with a pot liner. You don't want that stuff seeping into the bucket. And a pot hook, swivel pot hook, so that you can put it either on the left or the right. Swivel pot hook. This is probably like a $3 cost for that pot hook. You can always use it. You can also use this pot hook and get a 5-gallon bucket. And if you want to clean gutters, you can hook it onto a 5-gallon bucket and hook that bucket right onto your ladder. Whatever comes off the gutters, okay, you can toss into the 5-gallon bucket. It's resistant, okay? I'm just giving you ideas. Jhonny La Salle is always giving people ideas. Okay? I share my knowledge. I love sharing. So we have masking tape. So masking tape is a high-tack tape. It was placed on this window so that I could paint this edge here and not get any paint on the glass. Okay? I also sprayed the body of this house. This is all sprayed. It's aluminum siding. So it had to be sprayed. Very smooth. You don't want to leave those roller marks and stipple marks from rollers and brush marks like lines. If you don't do it right, this is a satin finish. And the reason why this is a satin finish is like what I showed you before, the lake behind me. The rain comes sideways. I mean, right at the house, you know? They also live, well, this property here sits right on Route 20. Route 20 is a very busy thoroughway that comes right off the interstate 495, and it crosses right into our town or city, Marlborough, Massachusetts. That's where the Painter Man is from. Well, I'm not from here. I'm a New York City boy transplanted to Massachusetts. And yes, I'm a Patriot fan. I'm a hardcore Patriots fan. There's nothing you can tell me that's gonna sway me to go to those New York teams, because even though I'm a New York City boy, I'm not a New York teams fanatic. I don't say anything about your teams, but I don't like them. Yankees suck. That's a saying that we have up here in Massachusetts. And now the Patriots, well, what do you have? Spygate, Deflategate, God knows what other gate is gonna happen in the future. Maybe Super Bowl gate? After we win that fifth ring, Tom Brady's gonna be going right to stardom. Canton, Ohio, here he comes. You know what I mean? So anyways, so this is what you do with the, whoa, I can't believe I lost my tool. Whoa. Sorry, you got a little slippery. Forgive me. This was not intended. This is probably a blooper. Yes. Jhonny La Salle's blooper today. I got butterfingers. Beautiful day today. Not bad for October. I think this is probably Indian summer. After this, if I had to get it. But, you know, the trees are not changing yet. Let me give you another view again. That's a beautiful view. Okay? Over there in the distance, you have some trees, you know, sort of changing. And that's because of the cold that comes right off the water surface. See? So this is what we have back here. So Interstate 495 is over on that end. This is Route 20 crossing down through here. So Route 20 goes all the way into New York State, actually. Route 20. And I think it dies somewhere in Boston. That's where it ends up, or starts. So, okay, getting back to the subject. I love getting sidetracked. Window scraper. You need a window scraper. A window scraper is, you're gonna start scraping, okay? Be careful, don't use full force. Don't want you guys cutting yourselves, okay? Don't want to jinx you either. So what you're gonna do, with my right hand, I would be holding this out, and then I'd be chasing it with the window scraper. So you scrape the tape all the way around. What you're gonna do, you're not gonna soak your rag and drip paint thinner all over the place. Okay? So what you're gonna do is, hang on, I'll show you. So you're gonna put your finger like this, okay? You're gonna dip a little bit into the paint thinner. Just to wet it. You're just gonna wet it. Okay? So as you wet it, you're gonna run it through. Look, I wanna show you guys. Let me put that there. Hang on. Alright, look. It loosens that glue almost immediately. You have to probably give it a little bit of elbow grease. But let me tell you, it loosens all that up. Okay? It loosens it up. Here's residue, look, right next to the tape. Let's see, yes. See? See how it cleans it off? Look at it. Everything comes right off. Okay? And you sort of flip it around so that glue doesn't, you don't start building up glue. So you clean that off, just like that. And off you go. All right? So what did you learn today? Besides me going on about the lake and my surroundings and dropping my tools. That happens. Don't worry, I'm not perfect. Anyways, something else that you guys may have been noticing is that my hair is getting longer. I'm usually a very clean-cut guy. You know, my father is a preacher and also an ex-military. So Jhonny La Salle was always clean-cut, military haircuts all the time. once I left home, I got a little rebellious, and I ended up growing my hair, you know, a little bit, looking like a rocker. You know, I had Aerosmith on my mind, and Ozzy Osbourne, and all that stuff. And then once the New Kids on the Block came out, then I ended up cutting my hair like New Kids on the Block. So I moved through changes, okay? Eventually, I cut my hair. But I thought of something, and this is something that we probably, should think about. How can we help our community? How can we do something that would define us, you know, how we are? So I thought of my mother, who passed away in 1987 when I was at the age of 23 years old. She died of cancer. So to me, how can I give back? Because I'm able to do it at the age of 52 years old. I'm able to have a mop of hair, okay? I'm not bald like most of my school friends, okay? So I'm fortunate. By the grace of God, I'm growing hair still. So I decided to give back to the community. Someone is going to have hair that they can weave, and that their quality of life is going to improve, so they don't attract a lot of attention for being bald because of cancer. So at some point, I'm going to give this back, and then I'll be clean cut again, you know. So, you know, thank you guys for viewing my videos. I love doing this. This is my way of communicating with the viewer, and also hoping that maybe something that I say or do, or you know, can stimulate you to probably want to do something similar. Not necessarily do videos so you're seen all the time. I'm not doing this for attention. I feel that this is a medium for me to communicate. I'm a communicator. I've always been like that. I'm a preacher's son, and I always saw Dad preaching from the pulpit. And this to me is my way of communicating to the world by teaching you my skills, the information and knowledge that I have acquired as a painter. And not only that, as an individual, coexisting with people, you know. We need to do something that's meaningful, something that people will remember you by, even if you're gone, okay? Because we're not going to last forever here. We have our limits, and things happen daily, every day. You know, tomorrow's not promised, you see. So I wanted to do something where I can show you guys how to do certain things, and then all this information, you can put it all together and do it for yourself, okay? So I'll let you go. God bless you. Enjoy this wonderful day. It's a Monday. It's October something, you know, and first week of October. It's a beautiful day, and love one another. Do something for somebody without expecting anything in return. That way your feelings won't get hurt if you don't get a thank you back, or you don't get something back. God will bless you in abundance, but you have to do it humbly, freely. Not something that's coerced or forced. Okay? God bless you. You guys take care. You're welcome at Jhonny La Salle's work job site any day. Take care. I'll talk to you soon. I'm gonna give you the view and close the video with the view of the lake, okay? All right. Beautiful.